Hi and welcome to my place. Today it's all about sewing, dressmaking 101, how to make a frock, how to make a pair of trousers, how to make a skirt, how to make anything you ever wanted to know and more. So thank you for joining me. Let me run through what you need. First and foremost, you need a sewing machine, and I have to thank my sponsor in Australia and here in New Zealand, Spotlight, for providing me with all of the materials that we're going to use today and for the next few weeks. You will also need an iron and an ironing board. You will need some cotton. You will need some scissors. You will need one of these. This is called a tape measure, and this is very vital to our cause. You will also need scissors, or did I say that? You will also need zips. You will need glasses if you're an old lady like me and you can't see, so I'll put those on now so that we don't lose them. I also have my cell phone in case you want to ring me up. Now don't forget, after you've watched this, if there's anything you want me to help you with, you just subscribe and send me a wee note and I'll be sure to come back to you. See that? Look, already somebody wants to talk to me. Go away, I'm busy. Right, you also need some patterns. There are such lovely patterns out there, and I've got a lot of those to show you in a moment. You also need some fabric. Now, when it comes to talking about fabric and it comes to talking about the pattern, let me now just go on to the pattern, because this is a vital piece. Unless you're very clever, and if you are that clever and you can design, you really don't want to be watching me. But anyway, when you go into anywhere where they sell fabrics, here in New Zealand, I go to Spotlight. It's a fantastic place. You just go through the books. There's like about 6 or 7 different books that you can go through. And they also have in the pattern book, you'll see there's a section where at the index, you'll see a section where it says really easy. They are the things that we're going to be looking at. Now, so we're looking at these patterns here. I've got a whole heap here, and you'll see my lovely vintage frocks, and my vintage frocks are coming for sale very soon. But when you get your pattern, it will also indicate the size. So depending on whether you're European sizing, whether you are European sizing or American sizing, it will tell you on the outside of the pack, and you choose which size you are. Well, I'm about 10 to 12, which I'm not sure what that is in European or American sizing, but I know that that's the size I am. So if you're unsure, if you're buying a size 12 or a size 14 or a size 16, you just get that size of pattern that you would normally wear. On the outside, when you look at it, it also tells you what kind of material. It's got suggested fabrics. For this one here that we're going to make, this is our first one, we're going to make a cape, and it's got a nice skirt with it too. It indicates what kind of fabrics you need. So on here it's got lightweight wool or wool blends, brocades, velvet, double knits, etc, etc, etc. So once you've determined that, you've got your size, you get your pattern and buy your fabric, and then it also tells you what else you'll need. So it's got down here requirements, and for this I need a button and for the cape, and I also need a zip and iron hook. So we'll get to that in due course. Right, once you get your pattern home, this is the exciting bit. I can take these off. In here, they are so clever. It gives all of the instructions. It also indicates there is a little diagram of what we're going to be making, which is going to be the long cape. So you've got version A and version B. On the back it tells you for version A and for version B how much fabric you actually need. It also, on this little section here, gives all these little diagrams, or these are the pattern pieces necessary to make this. So this is A that I'm going to be making, which is, as I said, the long one. And as you go down the side here, it will tell you what you need. So for the front of A and B, I need that panel there. Then it also shows you down here the cutting out and the laying. It also tells me, if you've forgotten you weren't looking, that I need lining and I also need interfacing. Now let me tell you about the interfacing. Interfacing is fantastic stuff, and that's what you get to fuse onto your material. Excuse me one moment while I just get that camera operator out of my way. That's my son, by the way, if you just saw the side of him. The fusing actually holds the fabric firmly. Now we're going to be looking at that in due course, but we'll just look at the pattern for now. So every single thing that you need to know about what you're making. There it is. There, that shows you all the pattern pieces. It's all indicated down there. And what I do, somewhere in here, I've got this pencil. So what I do is I put a wee tick there and I go down and I think, okay, I need that bit, I need that bit, and I need that bit. And those down there are the facings. You don't need to worry about that or that there because they're for the skirt, and it'll possibly tell me that I need for the waistband what other piece I'll need to be selecting from inside the pattern. Right, from there, the next thing is, now this is a terrible job and I absolutely hate it. When you open it and get into it, you'll find this. This is the bits that hold. Hold on, I'll just get rid of all of this because we don't need this just for a minute, and I don't need those. So let's just get rid of everything that we don't need. And every time I do this, I make the mess. I have to clean it up because there's only 3 of us in this room today and we're very proficient. Okay, opening that up, put that to one side. Here it is. This is the pattern. All of these bits, and all of these bits need to be cut out. So let's have a look at this bit here. Right. On here, it's got, and when you look into here, it's already indicated that I need pattern piece number 1, and I also need pattern piece number 2. Here it is, my pattern piece number 2. So we'll look and focus on that. The other thing that you will notice, glasses on because I can't see, this pattern that I'm using goes from a size 8 to a size 18. So from one pattern, you can possibly make, depending on your size, you just, whether you're 10 and 18 or whatever, all these little bits here indicate that. So because I'm a size 10 to 12, I think for a cape, I'm going to make this just a little bit bigger. So then what you have to do is getting paper scissors. Don't use fabric scissors. You need to, where those little lines are, you cut up all of those little lines there, and you continue doing this until every single piece of fabric has been cut out. So without boring you any further, I shall leave you for now to cut all the pieces out, and when I see you again, I will show you how to lay this and cut it out, and that too is as vital as getting this. And before I go, all of those little lines, you make sure that you cut on those little lines perfectly, and precision is the key to those who are joining me to see how to do the 101 sewing. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you later on and we will do the cutting out on the fabric. Thanks for calling, and don't forget to subscribe.